Hi, I'm Matthew Lolte Hepworth from Steinberg, North America, and I'm here to show you the new Cubase 6. Cubase 6 is first of all available in 64-bit on the Macintosh, so you now can break the 4 GB barrier and get to all of that RAM that you might have in your Macintosh. It also runs in 32-bit or 64-bit on the PC. One of the biggest new features that Cubase 6 has is a very, very new hit point design so that you can do multi-track drum editing and quantization on live drum tracks, and that's one of the biggest new features. And we have been a little bit behind in that, but now we've got it really done properly. And there's also a really great new tempo detection tool, and with the tempo detection tool you can have it look at a piece of audio and it will go through and analyze the tempo of the audio and build a tempo map for you so that you don't have to do the tap tempo and try and align your tempo grid to an audio file. This is very, very fast, very, very efficient, and works almost flawlessly every single time. It's a very, very difficult thing to do. Fortunately, our tempo detection plugin does a fantastic job of detecting the tempo of audio files. Also, inside of Cubase 6 is the brand new VST Amp Rack. VST is an acronym for Virtual Studio Technology, and the VST Amp Rack is a virtual style plugin that allows you to, in a very, very interesting, gooey sort of way, be able to choose what sort of stomp box effect pedals you want to run, what sort of amplifiers you want to use, whether you want to use a tweed amplifier, a blackface amplifier, a diamondback amplifier, silverface. You can choose your cabinet that you want to use on that particular amplifier, also what sort of post effects for reverb and chorus and so forth. Also, you can choose what type of microphone you're putting in front of your speaker, and also where that microphone is placed, whether it's on axis or off axis or dead center, and how far away each of those microphones is from the speaker. You can also choose how much you're getting from each of the microphones so that you can balance the mix between both of those microphones. So the VST Amp Rack is brand new in 6. Steinberg has had modeling technology in their products before, but this time we have a really, really great GUI that we didn't have in previous versions of Cubase. There's also a new type of it's a little hard to describe this. We have a new technology called note expression, and note expression really takes the almost 30-year-old specification of MIDI now and allows us to, for example, take one note in a chord and change the pitch bend on just one note without having to do multiple MIDI tracks. You can go in and change the expression on a note or the volume on one single note inside of one MIDI track in and among all of the other notes. And that's a big deal. It's part of a new plugin that comes in Cubase 6 called Halion Sonic SE. It's a special edition of Halion Sonic, which is our big synthesizer workstation plugin. So Halion Sonic SE comes with Cubase 6. It does have the note expression that allows you to go in and draw in individual notes around the MIDI. So, for example, we could go into a note or a chord and draw in a volume curve on just that note and not change the volume of any of the other notes in that MIDI track. And that's again using note expression. It's part of the VST3 standard, which is available for free and available to all the other manufacturers. Right now it's exclusive to Halion Sonic SE. But another nice feature is the ability to take a MIDI track, or I'm sorry, take a MIDI an audio track and extract out the MIDI information. But what you can, and we've had that in Cubase 5 before, where you can take a monophonic audio track and turn it into a MIDI track. However, with VST Note Expression now, it can actually capture all of the pitch bend, all the nuance and expression from the audio track and turn it into MIDI information. So, for example, if I were to take this live alto saxophone part, so that's a live saxophone track. I'm going to double click that, and I'm going to go to the process window. I'm sorry, I'm going to go to the Very Audio window, and I'm going to extract the MIDI. And I'm going to do this the way that most programs do it. You okay there? Okay. I'm going to just extract this as a fixed velocity onto a separate track. And what we're going to hear is kind of a not very exciting, kind of plain Jane sort of MIDI version of it. So not very exciting, but if we do it again and we use one of the new features in the Extract MIDI where we can extract the note expression of all of the control curves so that it grabs all the nuance from that track. Let's see, I don't think I actually executed the command. Extract, XT note, the new MIDI track. Now what I have is a very, very highly expressive version of that audio track converted to MIDI. Where it captures the expression, the nuance of those sounds. Let me think of some of the other features. There's a new comping capability which allows you to do take after take after take and combine all of those takes very, very quickly and easily into one audio track. Another thing that we've introduced this year at NAMM are the Rupert Neve design plugins, which are an option that you can install into Cubase or any other program that uses VST plugins. It's the first plugin that Rupert Neve has personally approved to use his name because the plugin actually does contain the Neve sound. So that's some of the exciting things that are happening here at the Steinberg booth at Winter NAMM 2011. Thanks for your time.